Hey guys, today's video is I'm going to be driving as many classic cars as I can while doing chores. So I've got a bunch of chores planned out for today. One of them is putting in a mailbox at my place, a mailbox with a post. So it's morning time. The first chore is breakfast. So what am I going to pick today to go to breakfast? I'm going to pick the Biscayne. So what we have here, if y'all haven't seen this channel before, we've got a 1968 Chevy Biscayne right there. We have a 250 inline six, Offenhauser intake, Holley 600 carburetor, some homemade headers, and a big old hog cam in her. 3-speed on the column too. That's my theft deterrent for nowadays. So I'm hungry. Let's hop in this beast and go get some breakfast. Alright, that's one car. Now let's pick something else. And it's the only one in here in the shop. It's going to have to be the Mercedes. Here's a good chore. You got to do what you got to do. Wheels painted. Don't those look nice? They're going to look beautiful with the center caps and the trim rings. Going to be awesome on the Suburban. Alright, so I don't know if okay. So the Mercedes is next. I got to dig it out of the hole. So I've got these new tires for the Suburban that I plan on putting on today. Alright, got my bag here. Put it in the car. Alright, the starting procedure is interesting on this car. Like if I had to escape someone, like I don't know, a murderer or something, turn on the key. And you gotta sit here and you gotta hold the glow plugs. So the murderer's coming, alright? I'm all panicked, trying to get her going. Still waiting. So you gotta wait for the glow plug to start to glow in the dash. It's actually a glow plug. And I see it starting to get orange. And contact. Okay, let's throw her in gear and get away. And that's it. Not a quick getaway. It's pretty ridiculous. Alright, so this car is going to be the taxi to get to the other cars. So what we have here, if y'all don't know, is a 1975 Mercedes-Benz 240D. It's mostly the original paint with some touch-up. It's a beautiful green color. Sometimes it almost looks black. I love those classic hubcaps. 240D. It is a 4-cylinder. Such a beautiful car. Senior Citizens Parking, Greenville, North Carolina. Marvelous car. I need to wash it and wax it. Beautiful car. Got the sheepskin seat right here, which, you know, it's got a regular seat under it and it looks just like that one over there. So it's got the original Becker stereo that still works. It's AM and FM. I think that's a little rare on this car, especially since it doesn't have the passenger side mirror. I mean, this thing's got, I would have figured it would have had the passenger mirror before the FM stereo. So let's get to rolling. So I've got about a 6-mile trip, 6 or 7 mile trip with this car, and I know it's going to do it flawless. this is car number 2 going on a cruise. I've got more than a half a tank of diesel. That ought to get me a good ways. Now this car is not fantastic on gas. I think it gets somewhere around 24 miles to the gallon or something like that. Or is that the 300D? I'm sure this car's not far off of it. So anyways, we're gonna drive up to a shop that's got, on my other keys, it has 1, 2, 3 licensed cars in it, but other project cars. Yep. Cruising down the road. This thing is a fantastic car. It drives smooth. It lacks power. That's to the floor right there. Well, right before hitting the kick down button. It's just, this would not make a good getaway car. 1, it takes forever to crank up, and 2, I mean, you can near about run beside it for the next 90 to 120 feet. All right, love this car. So I'm almost to my location. What is the chore with this car? Is it just getting me to my other location? Yeah, I think so. Just getting to my other location where my other cars are. And I'm going to grab something, and I think I'm going to go to Lowe's because there's a mailbox there I want to buy so I can install out at my place. Start, go. Floorboard, speed! Come on, move. Okay, here we go. Woo. Cars were closing in fast. Yeah, so I need a new mailbox. So that's what I'm going to work on. Mailbox. I just got to say, I absolutely love this car. So this gives y'all a good idea of what my regular day is, because this is how it is. Every time I come home, this is how it is. I get to drive my old cars around, I do chores, I pay my bills, all kinds of stuff. Alright guys, I'll see you at the garage. Here we go. Ignition on. Choke on. Crank it. It's amazing. First gear. for like 3 years. 67 was the beginning, 68 and 69. And the military apparently didn't want any more to do with this truck because the engine. The engine in this thing is absolute garbage. The head gaskets are between the cylinders. They blow out because they're so close together. Alright, on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. We are on the road. So it has a 4-speed transmission, grainy first gear. The brakes, it's got a single master cylinder on it. I've got a dual in the back, I believe. And I've got all the things to change it over to a dual master cylinder. This thing is to the floor. This is all she wrote. Oh, I forgot. I don't have my stoplights on. Alright, so this thing has a switch to switch it where the stoplights come on, and I keep forgetting that. And it also powers up the turn signal. So if you don't have that on, which that's not stock, the turn signal switch is not stock on this. I'm not even sure if they had turn signals on it. Coming in hot. You got to think ahead before stopping, because if the brakes go out, you got to start jamming gears, preparing to get her stopped. Unsynchronized first gear. Here we go. This is not something that that's to the floor. To the floor. 20, 25, still to the floor. 30, fourth gear. To the floor. Still to the floor. 35. Still to the floor. 40 miles per hour. 43. 43. 42. I think 43. We're going downhill now. 44. Now we're going uphill. 43, 42, 40. Now the gas pedal is still to the floor on this thing. 39. Man, I don't know if this is right. Alright, so it's almost lunchtime. On the way to Lowe's, I'm going to stop off and get me some lunch, because Fat Boy's got to eat. Some flat spots in these tires. The steering wheel's got a jiggle to it. Alright, brake lights, choke, ignition. Leaving Lowe's now. I'm going to head to the shop because I don't think I trust this truck to cross a 3-mile stretch with no shoulders to pull off of. So I guess in a way I'm cheating. But I mean, I'll be driving this thing like 15 miles as is. So that's a win in my book. So I feel really bad doing this. I'm transferring everything from the M715 to this truck just to be safe. I do not want this truck to be damaged, and all I can picture is me going down the highway and the truck giving out, because it's left me stranded twice. And the weird part is it would break down and would be broke down for about 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden it'll come back to life. And my luck, I'd be on the side of the road for 30 minutes with all that heavy traffic, and someone might run into the back of me. So let me get this stuff loaded onto this truck and go ahead and take care of that mailbox. So the post is in the ground, concreted in, looking good, square, straight. All I got to do is wait for it to set up. And then I'm going to come out here, put the brand new box here, and pull that one up. It's kind of sad because it was my buddy's mailbox. His handwriting is in the address, you know, and I'm a popular guy. So I don't know who you are. Spam. So anyhow, I'm gonna head back to the warehouse, drive the Jeep back. It has been quite a while since I've driven this car. This, if y'all haven't seen it, is a 1975 Chevy Nova. It is a V8 car. It's got a 262 cubic inch. Is that right? I think it's 260. Yeah, 262 cubic inch V8, which is 4.3 V8, not a 6, a V8. It is not a hatchback, which I'm not too fond of the hatchbacks, and it has original 19,000 miles on it. Almost 20,000. It's getting close to 20,000. It still smells good in here. This car is a time capsule. Crank, baby. Pumping, pumping, pumping. There we go, baby. Love this car. So if y'all don't know, I actually drove this car on the Hot Rod Power Tour in 2019. It did fantastic. I had a couple little problems, mainly because the car had sat for so many years. Now, right now the odometer is reading 19,767 miles. And I know it's correct because I actually had the DMV man trace back the mileage on this car as far back as he could go, and the person only drove this thing a few hundred miles a year. So okay, so I know 75 is not the most popular Nova, but I think this one is pretty darn special. I love the yellow. I love the V8. I like that it has manual brakes. I picked this car up 2 or 3 years ago. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, like 3 years ago. So I did the Hot Rod Power Tour in 2019. I had just picked this car up. So it was fairly new to me. And I did a bunch of maintenance to it, and I was able to make the power tour. So what are my plans with the car? My plans with the car is just leaving it exactly as is. I'm not going to mess with it. I think it's perfect the way it is. I mean, I did put some torque, American Racing torque thrust wheels on the car, which look way better than the rally wheels that were on it. It shared the same wheels as like a 75 Camaro, if y'all know what I'm talking about. It just, they look good, but it wasn't flattering, if you know what I mean. Now the wheels that I have on it are very flattering. I love these wheels. This car, if you can hear, you don't hear any rattles. It's not shaking. It's just as smooth as can be. It's a beautiful car. The interior is flawless. I need to clean it. It's got a little mold in here. I think the shop is a little moist. That's right, I said it. Moist. That's for some of y'all that can't stand the word moist. All right. So, y'all know how I said that I wasn't going to buy any more cars? There's another auction coming up in like 20 minutes. I'm heading to go register so I can bid on. There's several really trick cars. One of them's a 72 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Then there's a Opel GT. And I just heard something about an 88 Caprice wagon. There's some really good stuff this time. So I'm gonna bid on some cars. And what I'll do is I'll purchase them and I'll put them to the side, and I'm still going to work on my 57 Chevy like I said I was gonna do. So that is the plan. 57 Chevy time. So I had to register. It's pending approval. Pending approval. Pending approval. Oh, gosh, someone outbid me on the Caprice.
Dude, this Cutlass is $1,300 right now.
Is it? So,
yeah.
Wow, that was fun, guys. So I got to drive this car, and this was my chore, was getting back to the warehouse so I can use my computer to make some bad decisions. So I got an Opel GT. Opel GT. So anyhow, guys, I'm gonna run this back to the building, and I'm gonna see if I can get the Mustang running pretty fast, because I've got somewhere else I gotta be. So here we go. I'm gonna have to park somewhere else. It's getting full over here. So anyhow, grabbing the Blazer. Get this log splitter out of the way and get this truck cranked up. Get this thing out of here. Let's try this. Got ignition. She hadn't seen daylight in a while. So what we have here is a 1971 K5 Blazer. Really cool truck, really dusty. Hasn't been driven in quite some time. So yeah, it had a dead battery in it. I didn't realize it had been that long since I had driven it. So it's a good thing I'm driving it. Oh yeah, the main reason why I didn't drive it is one of the taillights is out. It does not work at all, but yeah, that one. So this piece is bad, but I do have one other taillight, so it'll be fine, right? So let's hop in this thing and go for a ride. Get to that party I'm supposed to be at. So I need to put it in my phone. This thing says I have no gas. I'm hoping it's wrong. I usually have everything with gas in it. Oh goodness. I think I'm gonna go this way. Oh, I just added mileage.
1501 for 1 mile.
Alright. Let me put this camera down. Okay. I'm here. I made it. I'm here. If I park over there, y'all ain't gonna hit my truck with a ball, are you? Yeah. Is there any dome lights in here? Yeah, all the way in the back. That's awesome. So the party was great. The food was great. I even have some food to take home with me. Got diabetes in the bag here. So I'm heading back to the house, and I'm gonna see about getting that Mustang running so I can drive it home. So that'll make, if I get the Mustang going, that'll make 5 vehicles today, and that would be awesome. So let me try to figure. All right. So I made it. Now I need to just get everything parked in the garage and get the Mustang out. So, alright, I do know that I have to jack up the back of this car because one of the tires is definitely off the rim. Like it won't hold air. So I've got to, gosh, I'm gonna have to jack up each side. I'm not sure this car is gonna make it where I need, oh gosh. This jack is the worst. No, this jack stinks. Right, I am out of there. It's just after 10 o'clock, so this is car number 5. Pretty awesome. First stop, gas station, because I know I need some gas. Is I'm gonna finish this video up in the morning. That way I can show off the car. And yeah, so I'm gonna go park this thing. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see y'all in the morning. So I had a good day yesterday. I got to drive 5 of my classic cars that are licensed and insured. There's 2 more that are licensed and insured, but I ran out of time, plus, you know, doing the chores and stuff. Now, if I had just gone ahead and driven all the cars, yeah, I could have done it plus some, but you know, it's all right. It's just a video I wanted to make, and just for y'all that, so just for those of y'all that hadn't seen my Mustang in a good shot, here it is right here. 65 Mustang Fastback. It's a 2+2, and that is not the original color, and I have not even buffed it. I washed it. This is kind of as I found it, but with a wash, and of course it's got dust all over it. That's not the right gas cap. I've got the right gas cap in the trunk. Well, the one that came with the car. So this is the car. It's pretty sweet. Love this Mustang. And if y'all want to see this Mustang coming back to life, check out my buddy's YouTube channel, Junkyard Digs, and you'll find this Mustang. We spent a couple of days on bringing this car back to life because it has been sitting since 1987. So that's it for this video, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Please subscribe because I'm almost at 100,000 subscribers. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch y'all later.